Welcome. Today we are doing a full day of eating, but we're doing it on a somewhat of a budget. For example, when on a budget, you may have to have a more simplified diet simply because foods like salmon, cod, various things like that are going to be really expensive and potentially at your price range. To get the best budget diet, the best thing you have to do is go to multiple shops. No one store is going to have everything on offer. Go to stores like Aldi, Lidl, Iceland, Farm Foods, and you'll find deals at various different stores. For meats, sometimes it's more affordable to go to a butcher and buy in bulk, or go to somewhere like Costco and keep an eye out for deals. Every single store has the area that shows like the clearance items. What you need to do is keep your eyes on that section, and then as soon as you see some foods that you like, you buy them and buy in bulk if you can, and then put the other ones in the freezer. If you freeze it, you can still have it past the sell by date in case you didn't know. But anyways, what we're going to do is kick off today's full day of eating. Today what we're doing is starting off with a nice throwback meal that I haven't had in a while, which is a breakfast pizza. So what you've seen me do is use bacon, but if you're someone that doesn't eat pork, just switch out the meat for anything. You can use turkey rashers, you could use chicken sausages. Alright folks, so here we have a very simple, easy meal. It's good for like someone that has a craving for pizza. You can also do the exact same thing but just with regular bread. So this would actually be lower calorie and cheaper. As it stands, the calories for this comes up to 441, 31 grams of protein, 13.7 grams of fat, and 48.3 grams of carbs. And bearing in mind, if you had a different form of meat on top or just simply went for a cheese pizza, it'll end up around more like 320-ish calories. But yeah, if you haven't tried this, go make it. It's very simple. Any form of bread base, tomato puree, and cheese. Next up, we did have some stuff for my protein comes. So these right here are the new lean layered bars. They're basically meant to be a lower calorie version of these. These new ones are around 138 calories and still 15 grams of protein, which is pretty good. But anyways, I'm going to eat this now. I'm going to go for a walk, and I'm also going to keep an eye out in some of the stores I go to see if there's any deals. Alright folks, we're back. So some of the budget finds we found, these taste like, what are those things, Rice Krispie treats. So these taste really good. They're 70 calories. I've been having them now for about a week. So if you want some budget low calorie snacks, I would definitely say try B&M. They have a whole bunch of them. They're fairly cheap. But anyways, what we're about to do now is do a easy budget friendly meal. So what I'm going to do is with these two pieces of chicken, what I'm going to do is microwave them up, put them in a wrap, and I'm also going to add cheese. This is a simple way to reuse food that you've already got. So I'm just going to use a fork and basically take all the meat off the bone so I can put it in the wrap. So as you can see, all the chicken is off the bone, and anything that is still remaining on it, I'm just going to eat that separately like you saw me doing, because we don't waste chicken out here. So all else we're going to do now is add a little bit of cheese, and we will be tracking the cheese. Personally, I don't like having loads, so that's fine. 12 grams. This would be the wrap now. So we got our lettuce, we got our chicken, we got our cheese in it. Very quick and simple because I cooked it yesterday. As for the calories for this, the whole meal comes up to around 700 calories, and that is simply because the quarter piece of the chicken did have the skin on them. I didn't take it out because it tastes good. 73 grams of protein, 27 grams of fat, and 35.3 grams of carbs. If I cut off the skin off both pieces of chicken, it probably would have dropped it down to more like 550, 500 calories. But sometimes, gotta live life. But the main budget tip here is basically remix your meals so you can use the same ingredient various different ways and enjoy it without having to go buy a whole bunch of different food every single day. For example, if I just ate those quarter chickens as they was, it would have been just like it was yesterday, which would have been a little bit boring. Folks, we are back. We are fresh and clean. I've done my steps on the treadmill, and now we are back for the next meal. And what we're gonna have basically what we're going to do is somewhat of a budget meal. So ideally, I would always recommend eating fresh food. However, if you're on a budget, there's going to be times when you probably can't facilitate that. So when I went to Lidl, I thought I'd keep an eye out in the frozen section. And these are the two things I picked up. These kind of show you something. So for example, these are both bird's eye and they're both chicken fillets, right? For example, both of them you're going to say that they are made with real 100% chicken breast, but that doesn't mean that it's 100% chicken when it comes to the product. For example, this breaded one here says that it's made with 100% chicken breast, as it says on the packet. However, if you look at the ingredients, only 47% of it is actually chicken breast. Whereas with the char grilled one, when we look at the ingredients, this one is 75% chicken breast. Ideally, you'd want it to be like damn near almost 100% right. However, of the two of them, if you're on a budget, I would at least say go for this one. The char grilled one is going to be our chicken of choice. So what we're going to do is whack in the air fryer. Whoa, these are tiny though. That's the chicken fillet you're getting. I didn't know this is ridiculously small. Alright, as they're that small, I'm going to have them both. Because at least then the calories will come up to 240-ish calories. And at least then I'm getting at least 30 grams of protein from the chicken. Alright peeps, the food's more or less done. Slice the bread, corn's there. What I forgot to add, cheese and wash some of this lettuce to put on it. But the main thing I'm worried about is the chicken. I'm hoping it tastes good. That's steaming hot, so while that's doing that, I'll just wash my lettuce. Folks, here we got a simple meal, which is a bagel burger and a piece of corn. Alright, let's have a signature bite of it all together. Once it's all together in the burger, it actually tastes really, really good. It definitely added to the flavor when I added the cheese and the bread. But anyways, as for the calories for this meal, we are looking at 608 calories, around 46 grams of protein, 16 grams of fat, and 65 grams of carbs. Next up, what I'm going to have as a snack is one of the 70 calorie snack bars. And this is what it looks like here. So if you love those Rice Krispie treats, I'll definitely recommend these. Lower calorie, and they still taste good. What we're going to have is a classic all bran with granola, but I have been scammed kind of. I bought this today earlier when I went to B&M to get like budget stuff, and because I was filming I didn't pay thoroughly attention. All I saw was a calorie amount that said 111 calories, and I was like, that's damn low for 45 grams of granola, which is typically what most cereals and granolas normally put on their box, so I naturally assumed it was that. It was only when I got back here, tried a handful, and realized that it tastes way too sweet to be that low in calories. So when I looked at it properly, surely enough, it then says it's for 25 grams. So even though it has the title of Skinny Crunch, it's actually more calories than most granolas. It's even more calories than the Jordan's brand that I typically have. I'll put it on screen for you guys. I fell for the trap I always tell you guys not to do, which is actually make sure you look at the serving size, because 25 grams in a bowl is nothing. Like, this tiny ass amount is 25 grams, so that's 111 calories. So surely enough I'm going to eat more than that, so I'll weigh out what I'm going to have. You've seen me eat cereal a lot, so I'm not going to waste time just filming it. I'll just show you guys the calories of what it will be. I've already got this recipe saved in my thing. I'll just switch out the Jordan's granola for this. We are looking at 387 calories, 12 grams of protein, 9 grams of fat, and 55 grams of carbs. So that's typically what my cereals have, unless I add protein into the mix. But today, I'm not having a protein granola cereal. I'm just going to have this, that, and this, purely because I think my protein's already pretty good for today. So there's no need for me to add a protein into the milk like I typically do for those of you in those videos. I think the only other thing I actually have forgot to show you throughout most of today is I have been snacking on pineapples. So I had about half of this tub, so that'd be about 200 grams of pineapple, which I'll also add to my fitness pal before I forget. That's why people should always track as they go sometimes, because you'll always forget the little bits throughout the day. So in terms of the full day now, in terms of the macros, we are looking at, once I've ate that as well, it will be 2,453 calories, 180 grams of protein, and fats we're looking at 71 grams, and carbohydrates we're looking at 250 grams. So hopefully this gave you some ideas of certain foods you can eat. Feel free to let me know in the comments what calorie amount you'd like to see me do next.